Hello guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching the video. This is the 6th video of the CSS Simply from A to Z tutorial. In the last video, we have learned how we can set text shadow and box shadow for text and box in our web page, and how we can divide a text in our web page into some columns and things like this. So if you don't know it, you can go back and watch the video, and this was the result of the video. In this video, we want to have a menu bar also for our web page, like each and every other web pages. We want to set a menu bar here with some links so that our web page will be better. So let's go. And of course, any likes or comments or subscribe from your side will be truly appreciated. Okay, let's start. So here is our HTML document. So before starting, I should tell you that a menu bar is nothing but a list of some links. So it means that we can use a list for the menu bar. Of course, there are other methods, but because we have learned how we can create a list, so I want to use it also for the menu bar. Okay, in our HTML, we create a list, an unordered list. About this list, we have talked in the last videos. You can go back and watch, and here we have the list. We have learned that we can show the content of our list with the use of LE tag, but this time it will be a little bit different because these contents are like links for us. So we have to add one more tag between the LE tags so that we can have links and not normal LE tags. For that, we again between the LE tags, we open another tag. This tag is A. With the use of A tag, you can create a link. Whatever you type between the A tag will be showed as a link on your web page. So for example, here we say home, and for that we need, of course, a URL so that when someone click on this word on our web page, he will be redirected to another page, to another URL, or to another part of our website. So this link, we define this link with the use of href, and inside href we give the redirect link. In this case, it is just test. I say https www.google.com. It means that if you click on this word, you will be redirected to this website. But of course, in your web page and your website, you have to give your own URL here. Okay, this is the first one. The second one, LE again. Inside LE again, tag A. I close tag A. This time it will be, for example, news. It is up to you, whatever you want to have in your website. Again, href. In this case, simply news. So we don't want any, I don't want any specific redirection right now here. And I want that you just learn it how it is. Of course, here you have to give the URL of your news and whatever they are. And again, tag A, close tag A. This time we say contact, for example. And inside the tag A, here href, it will be contact. It will redirect it to nothing. And LE, one more time A, and this time, for example, about, you want to explain something about yourself, about your web page, and about your products or whatever you want. You type it just here as you set a link here as about in your web page, and good. Now we have home, we have news, we have contact, we have about. So I save it and we go back to our web page. You see that we have the links here as a list, but this time they are links, and if we click, for example, you see that it will be redirected to the Google if I click on home. And on news and on contact, it happens, it does not happen anything because they are redirected to nothing. Okay, now we that list style type. About these things we have talked in the last videos. We don't want any style for our lists, so we set list style type, and it must be none. After that, I save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and I go back. Sorry, list style type menu. Okay, sorry, I've made a mistake. Here is an ID, and here is also an ID. Maybe I have menu, maybe I have typed something. So list style type. Okay, it is not saved, so sorry, it was not saved. Okay, now you see that we don't have any circles here, and it is a little bit better. So of course our list must have a background color. In this case I would say light gray, and as I said, it is up to you, whatever you want. You just learn it how it is. Okay, now we have a background color also, and you see that we have some spaces here, and these spaces we don't want. So we go back to the CSS, we say padding, for example, margin, because it is the spaces between the tag and other tags. And so we use margin. You see that it is a little bit smaller. And if we set padding also, padding is this distance between the tag contents with the list itself. So margin with the distance between the list and the body, and padding is this distance between the tags here with the border of the list. So I say padding left, for example, 0 pixel. We go back and you see that the links are totally on the left side. So now we set a little bit distance between the links here. We go back, and this distance is between the LEs. So we call our tag, and after that we say from this tag we want LE, and this LE must be margin button, because we want to have here space on the downside of the links. Margin button, for example, 50 pixel. I save it, check if it is saved, yeah, and refresh. Now we have a little bit more place. Maybe you want to add a search box here also. That will be also nice. So we go back to the HTML file. Here in the list, we create another LE tag, and inside this LE tag, this time another tag, and this tag should not be a link. it will be a box for us for just searching something. So the type, so it is an input tag. Oh, sorry guys. And the type of that, we say search, for example. Of course, you can here select text also, but search maybe is better for this case. About input type, about input tag. Input tag can have different types. Search, text, for example, email, number. About these things, we will talk after in the next videos. And when we talk about the forms, for example, in that video, I will show you a little bit more about input and the different types of input. And here, this input has another element, and this is placeholder. Search, for example, 1, 2, 3. So what this placeholder makes is that you see this word inside this search box. So if I save it, go back, and you see that we have a search box here, and inside that this is search. And if you can now type something here, but you have to notice it doesn't mean if you type here something and press enter, it will search for you. Now it is not like this. Right now it is just the front side. It is just the design with the CSS. If you want that it will works for you, you have to do some other things in the back end. But we don't want it, sorry, and it is just the front side. Okay. You can also have a search icon here. It will also be nice. So we go back to the CSS. We say input. We can like this also call the tag, but don't forget, right now we have only one input tag in our document, and it is okay when we just simply say input. But if you have more than one input tags, so you have to set an ID for that, because if you don't do it, everything that you set here will be affected on all input tags. So it is just one tag, so I don't set any ID here. Okay, we go back to the input and we say background image, background image URL. I've downloaded, and after that pics, and these pics was the folder of our images, and here I select that. I've just downloaded his icon for search, and I save it. We go back. Okay, you don't see right now anything here because maybe the size of this icon here is too big, so we cannot see it. Because of that, we have to change the size of the background. So we say background size for changing the background, for example, 50 pixel, and we check what happened right now. Now you see that we have this icon here, and the size of that is 50 pixel, but we have too many of them because it will be by default repeated. So we don't want any background repeat. About these things we have talked in the last videos. Background repeat, we select no repeat so that we have only one of them. Now we have one of them. Okay, maybe 50 pixel is a little bit small. 70 pixel, save it. Okay, now we want to set this icon here on the right side. So we go back, background position, we have background position. Okay, background position, we say absolute. Sorry. So background app. So now background position, we say right. Sorry, we don't need any yeah, about position we didn't have any videos, so okay, we don't talk about that right now. We just say that background positions is on the right side. So you see that the icon is on the right side, and here you have the search. If you want, you can also change the color of these links. By default it's blue. We go back to the CSS and we call our tag again menu, and after that we say from that we want this tag A, and text decoration will be none. If you want you can change it. So now you see that there is no underline under the links. I would prefer don't do that, because with the underline knows anybody who visit your website that it is a link, and it must happens something if they click on it. So like this, you can have a menu bar here. Maybe it will be nice if we change the color also. After links, we say color black, for example. As I said, it is design, and it is up to you what kind of color you use, what kind of backgrounds, but we just want to learn it, and at the same time we can test also something, or will be green also like that. So and for the text here, for this search bar, I think it will be also nice if you set a border radius for that. Border radius, for example, 5 pixel. We check it. Now you see it will be 5 pixel rounded, the borders. So like this, you can have a menu bar in your website, in your web page. And yeah, you can also but what happens, or what if you want to, this is a vertical menu bar from top to the downside, from up to down. And what happens, what if you want to have a vertical menu bar, for example, home, and after that here news, and after that contact, and about, and search. It is also possible. I do it right now, and at the end of that you can decide what kind of type you want to have. Okay, so let's go back to our CSS. Here, before doing that, I should say you something about the LE tag. LE tag is a block tag. Block tag means that it will takes the whole of the web page from the left side to the right side, and you cannot set anything here. It is a block tag, and we have to break this block property of the link. So for that, here we have the LE tag. We say display must be inline. So display, we have inline, we have block, but we want to break it, so the display must be inline. If we save it, you see that now all of the links are in one line, and they are near each other. Okay, now a little bit space. We need a little bit space here, so we go back. And here we say margin, this time right. For example, it will be 20 pixel, Save it, we go back. You see that now we have 20 pixel distance between the links. You can also set this search box on the right side. Good. Input. Here we have position. Position must be absolute. And after that, we say, because we want to set it on the right side, we say right. It means right side. After that, we set 10 pixel, for example, from the right side, and 10 pixel must be placed dirt. And if I refresh it, you see that the search bar is here on the right side. Like this, you can have a horizontal menu, and here it will be also okay if you set a padding 50 pixel, for example, for your menu, for your list. Save. Now it will be a little bit better. Okay, guys, with the use of these settings, you can have menu bar in your web page. The menu bar can be either like this here, horizontal or vertical. It is up to you what kind of menu bar you want to have. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. In the next videos, we talk about more interesting things that CSS offers us. Thanks.